Welcome to Homebuyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
So before we begin, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to get the latest strategies, tactics, and tips on home buying, click the subscribe button below, hit the little bell so you don't miss anything.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Homebuyer School. Today I'm joined by Mushtaba Syed, Manager Mobile Mortgage Specialist with TD Canada Trust. And today the question we're going to answer is, how do mortgage payments work?
Yeah, Carl, that's a great question. So mortgage payments, the way they work is a mortgage payment consists of two different things, which consider a mortgage principal, which is the amount of money that you're paying down on your mortgage, and also the interest portion, so we call P&I, principal plus interest. So interest portion is just whatever the interest rate is based on what you've picked. So your mortgage payment consists of your mortgage principal and your mortgage interest.
Great. So how do you go about calculating your mortgage payments?
Yeah, that's a great question. So your mortgage payments are determined on a lot of different factors, on your purchase price, the amount of down payment you put down, so your mortgage amount, interest rate, amortization, which we discussed last time. So amortization just means the life of the loan. The higher the amortization, the lower the payment is, but also means that it will take you that much longer to pay off your mortgage. Lower the amortization, higher payments. So a mortgage payment is determined on all those factors to see what your payments are going to be.
Great. Is there, do you know which is better to have, a bi-weekly versus a monthly?
Yeah, absolutely. So that just depends on what your personal preference is. It could depend on your pay structure. If you're getting paid monthly, then maybe having a mortgage payment come out monthly would make sense with your budgeting. If you like bi-weekly, you feel like it's a lot easier for you to budget bi-weekly and it's a lot more convenient for you, you can set up bi-weekly. Banks also offer semi-monthly, which is twice a month, and sometimes even weekly. So it really depends on what your comfort level is and what you've set yourself for your budgeting.
So Mo, I've also heard about accelerated and non-accelerated. Can you explain that a little bit more in terms of accelerated payments and non-accelerated payments?
Yeah, absolutely. So all banks actually give you some prepayment options available to actually help pay off your mortgage sooner. Any prepayment options taken advantage of goes right towards your principal. So accelerated payments just means paying a little bit extra compared to your normal payment, which actually can make a huge impact on paying it sooner and reducing your amortization, which in turn also reduces your interest charge as well, which means the interest cost. So the difference between accelerated and non-accelerated is non-accelerated is your normal payment. Accelerated payment, it just means a little bit more, whatever you've actually budgeted in to pay above and beyond your normal payment will be an accelerated payment.
One question I've always wanted to know is, if you had the capability, let's say you have 5 years left on your mortgage, if you had the capability to pay off your entire mortgage all at once, right? Is it better to continue paying it monthly or bi-weekly, or is it better to just pay it off all at the same time?
Yeah, so that's a great question as well, Carl. It's all based on personal preference, whatever your personal preference is and whatever stage you're in. So if you feel like, hey, you have some plans for those funds, you need those funds for a rainy day, or you have some investment plans, it's great to kind of hold on to that money. But if you feel like, hey, you want to get your mortgage paid off sooner, it's a great way. But I would definitely have a conversation with your bank to see, hey, do you have some prepayment options available to actually pay off the mortgage without facing any penalties? Most banks offer prepayment privileges, so you want to make sure you want to have a conversation with them to see, does your paying off your mortgage fit within those prepayment privileges, so there's not any penalties incurred to do so.
So Mo, why would there be a penalty in paying my mortgage faster?
Well, it just depends, Carl. There might be no penalties, and there could be a penalty. It just depends on your prepayment options that you set with yourself at the bank at the time that you sign the contract with them. You are allowed to have a certain amount, so it's great to have a conversation with them to see, am I paying off my mortgages within the limits of my prepayment options? And if it is, great, there is no penalties. But if you've actually already used your prepayment options available, there might be a slight bit of penalty. Once again, it's a great conversation to sit down and have with your bank or lender to see if there are any.
So Mo, do you have anything else to add in terms of mortgage payments?
Absolutely. What I would really recommend to clients, if you set yourself a budget and you have some free funds available, is definitely to add a little bit extra to your mortgage to kind of accelerate the payments. A little bit extra can actually make a huge difference on the life of the loan. sometimes adding an extra $50, $50 bi-weekly or $50 monthly could actually impact your mortgage being paid off a lot sooner.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Mo. Remember, everyone, that we have a lot of great videos on mortgage rates and mortgage pre-approvals that you can find in the description below. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
That's another edition of Homebuyer School. Tune in next time for more expert tips and tricks. And visit homebuyerschool.ca to bring you one step closer to finding your dream home. As with everything, it would be great if you like and share our videos. Also, please let us know if you have any home buying questions you want us to answer.